Joined now by former prosecutor and criminal defense attorney Seema Iyer here in studio with me. So, with a good day and thanks for being here. What do you expect to happen in court tomorrow?
Tomorrow is the initial advisement. Bail is not really an issue at this point because he has been remanded because it's so many homicides.
How do they test someone to be insane? I mean, could you fake it? I mean, are there ways that they can just tell whether you're...
Oh, well, I'll tell you how I can tell.
Yeah.
Don't you have those clients that come to you and say, oh, I see little green men? Then you know they're lying. That's the test right there. No, in all seriousness, what Midwin and I have gone through as prosecutors and defense attorneys is that if the defense puts forth the insanity defense, then the defense attorney will have the client interviewed by a psychologist and or a psychiatrist. Then the prosecutor gets a chance to have the person interviewed by a psychiatrist and or psychologist. At some point, this has to translate into a change of legislation. Right. I mean, this standard ground law, this is cowboy country in Florida. Are you kidding me? First of all, they have to show barely that the other person was not the immediate aggressor. So Zimmerman's going to say that Trayvon Martin was the aggressor, right? What disturbs me as a criminal defense attorney is the actions of these clients and their families, how they could do this to Mr. O'Mara. Mr. O'Mara's trying his best, and now he goes in front of a judge and he looks like a moron, and with this client who's speaking in code to his wife, and now the wife is facing prosecution. So it sounds like this could have been some kind of late night rendezvous.
Seema?
And Nancy.
Seema?
Nancy.
You know what?
She had two jobs at the church.
With,
Nancy, she had two jobs at the church.
As I was saying, my mother does too, but that doesn't make her a whore, all right? So just stop right there. You know what, Seema? I put up with a lot from you. Having an affair on your husband, I don't know what else there could, what other translation there is. Just stop.
Triangles.
Cut a mic.
Triangles.
Liz, cut a mic.
This is preposterous. Let me say this. Okay, so Mr. Newman was found guilty, but he was also found to be mentally ill. So he's not going to be the greatest cooperator. Number one, he has a motive to lie, right? Because perhaps the prosecution is going to help him with sentencing or put him in a facility that's going to be more comfortable. You can be under a delusion or involved in hallucinations or a psychosis for 2 months, 6 months. This guy could have been going through this prolonged episode. And when you're in that episode, when you're experiencing auditory, visual hallucinations, you're thinking, okay, I'm just doing my thing.